All right, we are back. So we're here on Giving Tuesday. I am so excited to be here with Lauren and Ryan Ramsey, who are former participants, but as you're getting the feeling and notion with the Power of Girlhood, once you're in, you're always in. We love you, we celebrate you, and we're so excited because, um, wow, I'll let you fill in a little bit of the story too, Lauren, but I believe it was a volunteer event. We had an event and we needed volunteers. And Lauren, you responded to the call. You were like, "Yeah, sure, I'll volunteer." And you came out. And I think at that time I hadn't met Ryan yet. And then I think your mother reached out because we had an 8-week program in South Detroit. And your mother reached out and said, "I'd like for my granddaughter to be involved. Like, what does it entail?" And she did our 8-week Surf Power program. So again, fast forward to now Ryan, a senior in high school, right? Still showing up to events, participating. So Lauren and Ryan, thank you all so much for being here. So we'll just jump right into it. Um, Laura, as a mom and also as a person who works in the field of particularly of infant and maternal, you are very dialed into development. What would you say is so special about the power of girlhood in your purview that aids in a young woman or a young person's social development? And how important is social emotional development?
So I would definitely say that piece about building self-esteem, building confidence in oneself, and encouraging other with young girls, being kind to other young girls. We're in this age now of like social media where there are so many influences, negative influences that could really affect like social emotional development, and having a safe space where girls can come and express those negative feelings that they're receiving or whatever from social media in a place where other girls could probably relate as well, and then can also be around people who or girls who look like them and can and share some of the same life circumstances, life experiences, and how to navigate some of that. Um, so, and I don't talk about this often. I'm not like an expert in this, but children of color are more likely to experience adverse childhood events, which could definitely impact their social emotional development. And buffer programs or opportunities like this can potentially help mitigate some of those negative outcomes that people who have these negative childhood experiences could go on to have poor health, may be more likely to experience negative outcomes as adults. But programs like the Power of Girlhood that empowers them, offers a safe space, and offers support and resources to mitigate some of those negative consequences, I think is truly beneficial. So I hope
Thank
that
you so
answers
much.
your
And I know you're
question.
speaking. It does, because I know you're speaking both as a mom, but also as a professional who, has done research in the area and how impact both mom and child. Yes, in infant, but we know that even in gestation, things can impact a child well into their adulthood if there isn't something that comes in to interrupt that. So I do thank you so much for adding that to the conversation, just so we can center that for people and just how important it is, because it's not just socialization and rote memorization of like these affirmations. I'm pretty, you're pretty. It's deeper than that. So I do thank you for
And
that.
as well, on a personal note, as a mom, I am grateful for Power of Girlhood because for a while my daughter and I were separated. I was in a different state, and my mother was like her primary caregiver day to day. And just having that support system and that safety net while I was away trying to finish school was beneficial in having, Rhyann is an only child, and that's just how it's going to be. And she likes to be around other young women and girls, and just having that opportunity for her to, have that and not always be in the only child space was also beneficial as well. So,
Thank you for that. So, Ryan, we don't want to talk around you. You are here. So, thank you for joining us. If you can share with people maybe some experiences or moments that stood out for you. And also, how old were you when you started with the Power of Girlhood?
What was I? 13?
was it 13?
It was, I was in 8th grade.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
she was 13 because I think she was one of the younger, yeah, one of the younger girls. Because I think all
Yeah.
the rest of the girls were in high school. So, yeah,
Yeah.
Ryan,
Yeah.
what? Yeah.
So I was still pretty young. So, yeah. Um, it was, honestly, it was a really fun experience. All of the things that you had planned and everything, that I would be so excited for the day to come. And like during school I'd be like, oh, I can't wait to see Miss Brahenda at the Power Girlhood today. Like, I would like really look forward to, like, doing activities with everyone. And the group of girls that I was around, like, I really liked them and bonded with them. So yeah.
Uh, and it's so funny that you bring that up because I don't know if you remember Janita
Yeah.
from the group. So
Yeah.
Janita inboxed me on Instagram and she wants some more spray. She wants some more of the white sage spray. And I'm like, girl, you still remember that? And she was like, she still remembers. She wants her spray. So I would definitely say that that sentiment is also echoed, that there was something that girls, look forward to and joining us. And so for those of you who are listening, the Power of Girlhood program is funded by donations. We are so grateful that we have responsive community members who make donations so that we can make programs like the one that Ryan has participated in over the course of the day. You may have seen some things about some of our past events. We like to keep them low cost or free. So then that way, participants can have an easy access, and we do really believe in filling in the gaps as a support to our families because we really believe in the African proverb. It does take a village to raise a child. Lauren, Ryan, I want to focus this question to you. What would you say to a young girl that maybe is looking for a place or a group to be part of, and maybe she's on the fence about joining the Power of Girlhood or any other girl organization? What would you say the benefits are of being in a sisterhood?
Um, I would definitely say that it's really easy to connect with all the other girls in the group, and you actually like gain confidence, and you're in a positive um group or like area, so you can be yourself without being judged. And that, I feel like, when I was in the program, I wasn't like, hiding things or like not being myself or pretending to be someone else. Like, I could be, you know, my own person, and I feel like that's good for, you, if you want to find your girl tribe.
Very well said. Well, ladies, I do want to thank you all so much for showing up today. If there's a last bit of encouragement or something that you'd like to share with those who may be listening, and maybe some of the impacts that you've seen as a parent um, of a daughter involved in the organization.
I will say that it is a great program, and it has been beneficial to several girls over the years. I mean, Ryan is 17 now. She was there when she was 13. We still keep in touch. And it's a family. Again, once you're in, you're in. And it's just been a blessing to someone like me. I'm a single parent, so it's a lot to navigate. You gotta feed them, you gotta clothe them, you gotta house them, but you also have to care about their development as people and their brain and their mental health. And I think that the Power of Girlhood definitely supports those other aspects that, we, some of us may fall short on, like maybe not necessarily knowing when your child is reaching out for help and need mental health support, or even valuing mental health at all. Like a lot of parents can just be concerned about those physical supports. But our kids now, especially so-called coming out of this pandemic, all of us are having some concerns mental health wise, emotional wise, and I think the Power of Girlhood can definitely be a support for that. So get your girls in and they'll be family for life, be supported for life. So I appreciate you and the Power of Girlhood.
Well, you already know how I feel about you. I mean, he has just been us over the years, our in-person programs like the International Day of the Girl or our June meetup, our 8-week leadership program. You all have been so instrumental, and so it really does matter to us, especially for those donations we come into the room by programming, because without it, we don't exist, and without the love and support of the girls and families and community really rallied around us, we would not have a program. So please consider looking to also have the option you all to become monthly sustainers. And so just $50 a month to sustain us would go so far in terms of our publication that we produce. We have a podcast that we also produce, and we believe in paying artists. So, again, when you make a donation here, you're making a ripple and impact. And again, we want to keep those programs that we have in our larger community. We want to keep them free and low cost, because both our October International Day of the Girl event is free, as well as our June meetup free to participants. And we would really love to keep it that way, especially coming out of the pandemic. So, Ryan and Lauren, thank you all so much for joining us. And please continue to tune into our page. You can learn more about us at thepowerofgirlhood.org. Please make a donation and pass on this Tuesday. And now we'll say goodbye, but please continue to support our page, like it, share it with others. Please come over to our newsletter that you can find on our website. You can also click the link in the bio if you're tuning in to us on social media, on our social media channels. But whenever way you can, please stay active and be involved with us, because we do put girls in our community first. Thank you all, ladies. I will see you all soon.
Thank you.